Well, I'm just going to start by saying, I love the idea of a prison break movie with Santa as the prison escapee. I was just wondering, was this an idea that you've kind of had brewing for quite a while?
No, it was... I'd come off the back of making Black Death, and I was a little disappointed with the number of screens that was given in the cinema, and I just thought I wanted to do something that I felt would be commercial. And I had a young son, Harper, who had just been born. I thought I want to make something that he wants to watch. So I literally went to the pub on my own, drank about 3 pints of cider, and came back with this idea of what if Santa crashes his sleigh, gets sent to prison, and somehow the dad's come out and he has to connect with the son, and I just felt there was something in that. And so it came about literally within half an hour I had the idea. The next day I went to see, by sheer chance, I had a meeting with Ridley Scott, who'd loved the film Black Death. I pitched him a sci-fi movie, which he liked, and he said, have you got anything else? And I said, I've got this rough idea about Santa getting sent to prison in a Christmas movie. And he said, well, let's go and do that. So it all happened very quickly. It was great.
And was there ever any kind of pressure to make this in America? Because a British Christmas movie is such a rarity. I was so thrilled that it is British, but was there ever any kind of pressure in that regard?
Well, because it was made by Scott Free, obviously a very big company. Ridley was one of the producers. There was a feeling that maybe we should approach it that way. But you could approach it like a studio movie. But I've got the sequel already set now. It's Ghetto Santa, and it's basically set in America. So there was no pressure, no. And I thought what makes this good is it's got a very English sensibility, and yeah.
And of course, I mean, as you mentioned, your career so far has predominantly been in the horror genre. It must be so rewarding for you, I suppose, to show a movie and hear kind of kids laughing and see them all sort of lining up to get in. That must be quite a different experience for you, at least.
Yeah, then the thing people say is that they often look at horror as though it's somehow a negative. It's like making a good horror movie is really difficult. And you can see why there are so few really good ones that you actually can name on your hand that are great. I think that, but like you say, when you go to the test screenings, you're not hearing them laugh. You're not hearing an immediate response. You're hopefully feeling dread and seeing a few jumps. This is very rewarding because you can come out of the cinema and go, they enjoyed that, I think, unless I'm mistaken. Yeah.
And do you think the fact that you have made films aimed at adults so far served this picture well, in a sense of appealing to the kind of the parents in the audience?
Yeah, I think all horror movies are not really. I mean, I don't think they're adult films. I think they're sort of mostly, they might have an 18 certificate, but they're kind of aimed at teenagers. I think so. But I think that it meant that I've got a sort of, a slightly more naughty sense of humour, if you like. So I think that the adults will enjoy this as much as the kids. That's the vibe we've got from the test screenings.
And just, I mean, the cast is incredible. And first and foremost, I mean, Jim Broadbent as Santa is. I think if I had to pick anyone in the world to play Santa, I'd go for Jim Broadbent. You must have been thrilled when he got on board.
Well, yeah, when we all thought about Jim, and we thought, well, hasn't Jim played it? He's done the voice in Arthur Christmas, but he's not played it. Well, hopefully he'll say yeah. And as soon as he said yeah, the film was a go, really, because everybody, including the financiers, wanted to see what that would look like. And I think the makeup, Karen and Stephen, who did the costume, did a great job as well, because when he walked in that first day with his outfit on, I had hairs on the back of my neck stand on end. So,
I mean, for me, actually, the stand-up performance is from Rafe, in a sense that you could pick this performance up and place it in any kind of adult drama, and it wouldn't seem out of place. He's very empathetic, quite nuanced.
Rafe is one of the best British actors we've got working there. I mean, I really believe that. I think, like you say, he's got almost a Jack Lemmon quality. You could pop that character into another story and it would totally work. He's also got, Rafe Spall's got one of those very rare things. He's a great dramatic actor and he's got a great comedic touch. So you can, he's almost like Lauren Hardy look. Sometimes when he looks at something and you're laughing just because what's Rafe thinking about that scenario. Yeah.
I was wondering as well, are you a kind of a big fan of Christmas? Is that something that you've always been passionate about?
Yeah, I do. Only in the sense like any other guy, any other person growing up, But I do feel that the Christmas movies are often ill-served, and there are very few really good ones. And so I felt that there was a real chance to make a movie with Santa that would elevate a bit. There's Elf, which is a good film. There's Bad Santa, which is for adults, but there's not that many that you actually go, that's a great Christmas film. So I was kind of motivated to try and correct that.
So what is next for you? I mean, is Ghetto Santa actually, was that a joke?
No, Ghetto Santa's not a joke. It's like hopefully I would do it because I think it's quite a funny, another little funny riff on
great.
It. It's a good title. But no, next I'm doing a film called Detour, which is a thriller set in South Africa. So hopefully going to be going there straight after Christmas, fingers crossed.
So can you see yourself mixing between kind of horror thrillers and then children's films from here on?
Yeah, I definitely want to make another children's film. I really enjoyed it, and I feel like I've got a little sort of natural kind of childlike energy that feeds into that. But there is no real plan. I just kind of, whatever comes into my head and whatever anyone offers me that I like, I just go for. Just follow my heart.
Just more cider then, I think.
Yeah, more cider. Thanks,
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Much
All right,
appreciated.
lovely.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey,